Diego, take note of that.
Yeah.
Well, I would get these really evil thoughts about hurting my wife.
That's because you're crazy!
Well, I would get these evil thoughts about just killing my wife.
Your wife!
Or
you know what I think about?
What?
John, dude, you can't hold on to it. You can't.
Well, I would get these evil thoughts about just killing my wife and just running up. Well, I would have these evil thoughts of just killing my wife or just running off a cliff with my car.
Well, I think we've made some headway with your, shit. Well, I think we've made some advancements, Mr. Patel. I'd like you to keep a journal about your thoughts and actions for each day. Also, if you feel like it doesn't help you realize the irrationality of what you're doing, you can use this rubber band. Just put it on your wrist and slap your wrist with it whenever you get too anxious.
We can put it on his...
We can go into greater depth next time for our appointment. Crap. We can go into greater depth for our next time appointment alone.
That sounds dirty.
We can go into greater depth next time for our next appointment.
Thank you, doctor.
And oh yeah.
Thank you. Screw you. I'm sorry.
We can go into greater depth with our next time appointment.
But you can.
We can go into greater depth next time for our appointment. Holy shit, dude.
Holy shit! Yes! That was a good band. I remember back when I used to drive school buses for all those little brats. I'd always turn on Yes as loud as I could so I wouldn't hear the little kids always talking about their virginity pledges. That's all I have to say. Yes! Yeah, I used to listen to Yes. They were a great band. Back when I was driving buses for the mental institution, all these kids would be on my bus, and I used to play Yes as loud as I can, so it would drown out all the Amber Alerts. Yes was a great band. I used to live there and listen to all the good old songs when I used to drive my ice cream truck. It would drown out all the Amber Alerts coming across the radio. Oh, what a good year.
Thanks for waiting so patiently.
Patience! Patience is something the Chinese people have. And they're doing their little gardening with their sand and their rocks.
Thanks for waiting so patiently, Mr. Murphy. You epically fail.
My love, baby.
That's Dr. Khalid, Mr. Murphy.
Might as well be Dr. Ding Dang Dong.
Or not.
Yeah, I messed up. That's Dr. Khalid, Mr. Murphy.
Might as well be Dr. Quack. We used to run sweaty-chinned folk like you out of town. I swear, do you?
Well, I'm glad more people aren't so ignorant about mental disorders nowadays.
I don't know what to say.
Well, I'm glad more people aren't so ignorant about mental disorders nowadays.
Are you calling me mentally retarded?
Yes, and a good one at that.
A good one? Well, how do you know? I was going through some tough times.
Well, what seems to be the problem?
Doctor, I need the information sheet. Thank you.
Well, it's a terrible story. Even talking about it makes me angry.
Oh, I'm very sorry to hear that.
So, would Ronald McDonald be if he were still alive?
Well, how many years ago was that?
Oh, it was 5 years ago. I already said that!
That was a long time ago, Mr. Murphy. Don't you think you could have gotten over that by now?
I'm sorry. If your wife left you, would you be over it?
And how do you know your wife didn't divorce you for any other reason?
I don't know. I've been angry for so many years.
Do you have any evidence?
Of my anger? Yes, I do.
Do you know where I got all these scars?
Oh, jeez. I'm sorry to hear that.
So, the cat that's dead now.
Well, about how many years ago was that?
I already told you 5 years.
That was a long time ago, Mr. Murphy. Don't you think you could have gotten over that by now? Besides, how do you know your wife didn't divorce you for other reasons?
I know because she told me that she didn't like Cubans.
Do you have any evidence?
I have plenty of evidence. My car that's parked outside of your hospital in the handicap space that they wouldn't let me even park in is a head of a Cuban missionary.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
Are ya? I bet my little tabby cat would be too if he were still alive.
Well, how many years ago was that again?
5 years
That was
ago.
That was a long time ago, Mr. Murphy.
You know what else was a long time ago? Chris Bacon's rebellion.
Well, we don't need to care about Chris Bacon's rebellion. So how do you know your wife didn't divorce you for other reasons?
I divorced her.
Okay, I see. Well, Mr. Murphy, it seems like you're pushing your aggressive and anxious feelings on others because you honestly don't know the cause of your feelings.
I think you have a big dinker for a head.
No.
No!
So close, like that much.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
So would my little cat, Mr. Smiley, if he were still alive.
Well, how many years ago was that?
Oh, I don't know, about 5.
That was a long time ago, Mr. Murphy. Don't you think you could have gotten over that by now?
I probably could have, Doc. I probably could have.
And how do you know that your wife didn't divorce you? Or other reasons?
Other reasons? I divorced her. She was cheating on me. She had the syphony sif.
Do you have any evidence?
Yes, I have a rash. Well, I'm addicted to Tylenol. All the pores on my body constantly. I get lots of headaches. I have one right now. My eyes hurt when I shake over on my bed. Sometimes I can't sleep. I sweat a lot. I'm sweating right now. I'm sweating so much. And I get real angry.
Do you smoke or drink?
Oh, I get headaches. I get rashes. Lots of big rashes. I sweat everywhere. Sometimes when I'm in my bed. I get really infesty.
What?
Well, I have high blood
No.
pressure.
Use your voice. You're.
Well, I have high blood pressure. I'm always tired. I usually get headaches. I always feel tense, and I have a pretty nasty rash all over my behind.
Ew, that's nasty.
Do you smoke or drink?
Just crack. Well, I have high blood pressure. I'm always tired. I usually get headaches, and I always feel tense. And
I'm not gonna do it.
Really?
Hi there, GM.
You're not gonna act like Hitler now.
Hitler.
After minutes of doing it. Just do it.
I don't know who that is. What is? This isn't it. I'm not crazy, dog.
I got you.
What did you say?
come back. Come back. I'm not crazy, Doc. I don't need to come back.
Mr. Murphy, there's nothing to be ashamed of. Some people have mental problems.
Mental problems, huh? You know what? Do you have any idea? Do you have any idea?
Diego, give me the bat.
Do you know how I got these scarves? Do you know? My father, he was a fiend.